Oops. Yeah. So Gil Broussard. So I was delusional for like 1.5 years, and I had long discussions with people. So some people said UFOs exist. I always knew that one wasn't true. So when I found Ed Chiarini, he was pointing out the people actually from the military involved in that Roswell UFO sighting, or even a crash, I don't really recall. And then the Kennedy, like all the stars of that time being involved in staging the Kennedy shooting, like JFK. So yeah, when I had found that one, then only Miles Mattis was needed to debunk some of the stuffs. And now I have like a complete view on Earth that isn't negative at all, like the news. You know, most of the school shootings or marathon bombings or decay of houses and have not really happened the way we have seen them on the media. The media, again, owned by conglomerates. They can air anything. They don't have to go, this is actually the truth. So if there is like 6 million agents on Earth, they sure can pull something like this. Like, 6 million people can be in fire departments and pentagons and the media and Facebook working on this one world order the elite wants, like also in religion. So yeah, ever since the people that have been saying, this and that prognosis we can make, or I do make, about the future, was always the apocalyptic, the story right there, just repeated in their own words. So, if they don't really come up with new findings, it's probably just, again, the elite that wants us to be scared so we get ill more easily, that wants us to buy stupid prepper stuff or be invested in informing others throughout our lives. So we lose a lot of energy and lifetime of clever people to stupid topics. So I have then figured that, and so I wasn't stocking potato anymore, or like everything I had stocked went again. So that one was happening like through 1.5 years, and then throughout winter again I had to move, so all the investigations stopped. But then when I had a bit of kind of a rest from all these investigations, after like another half a year, I continued watching Ed Chiarini, and I found Miles Mattis. So yeah, now I'm sure the apocalypse is not gonna happen because it's this sort of very first topic the elite has put out to steal our energy and lifetime. Later on there was flat earth, and also there the 200 proofs that we are living on a flat earth. You can not really easily debunk because they're like all thrown on a pile, and so you have a real long video, and you should never deal with like learning that is overwhelming. You should like, okay, they say what? Earth is flat, so okay, 200 proofs. Okay, well, I need a just debunk one or two of them, and let's do that. So they say a real long canal is just flat, you know. Yeah. So what? The distance is just too short. If it were longer, then you would see a curve. But it's like in architecture, where the curve of the earth is never part of their calculations, because it just never ever on no building has a effect. Like, how big does that building have to be to become, you know, subject to, like, you know, it has to really go around the earth, and that one never happens. So you know, things like this really mush your brains, because you don't really have all the bits to answer questions like this. Like, you see Twitter, people saying, well, look around you, don't you always see a flat horizon? And then you go, oh yeah, it's true, the horizon, when I'm at a sea, it is totally flat, it doesn't curve a bit. But the thing is, when you just look as far as you can look, and behind this horizon, the horizon dips, so you are not able to look at it anymore. What you're looking at is a kind of apple, where you just insert a flat surface. Then you imagine yourself to be on this surface. So wherever you put this surface going all through the apple, when you stand on that surface or on the apple, you just see as far as this surface reaches. You don't see, like, you know, there is two things. One is you don't see as far as you think you do. You don't see into eternity. And also the other thing is if something is bending, you don't see beyond that space. You don't look around a curve, do you? So you're looking onto something flat, and then you're not seeing anymore. So all around you, the horizon shouldn't go like this when you are in the, like, you know, some kind of arcade. That's just another way you mush your brains when you think about these things, because you have to kind of, you have words and you have imagery and real life experience. So these things you have to kind of link to each other first, and then you can start talk and think about this topic. There is a voice of reason, and voice is written with a Y, because he couldn't on YouTube call it voice, like the real voice, talking wise voice. So voice of reason, he has good videos up. So just to start thinking about that flat earth topic, he really can show it physically in a very good manner. You know, things are as follows. That one I found later on. I debunked stuff myself, like yeah, lots of things. Well, actually, no, I didn't, because if it's science, I would have to do experiments and then to have the same results all the time, and I didn't. I just watched videos, people doing those experiments for me. So there is a Swiss, I think he's called Kessler, and he does news, but then did flat earth experiments. So he had a telescope and he went to Bodensee, the biggest lake, and he showed that those faraway places, you don't see the bottom half of the stuff because it just gets swallowed by the curve, you know, and so on. So you can get derailed in your mind when stuff is not smoothly running. When you're in stress, you're just totally not, you know, doing the stuff very well. Oh, it just came to my mind, I forgot the key for the bike. I cannot go anywhere with the bike. Ah, this is real bad. I used to have all the keys on me, and now I went, well, if I lose them, then the post box, the letterbox, and the bicycle keys gone. But now I'm like not carrying them with me, so I'm feeling much. Well, I don't want to lose them, so I'll just think of some way to deal with this problem. Otherwise, like really, I have to remember, am I taking the bike for a ride? Okay, I need the keys. At least I think I don't have them with me. I'm not sure. I'll check on the bench. We are almost in the valley. Yeah, just to tell you, I'm sad about the cat. I want the cat back. I want to be with the cat, and I want the cat to have a life. And my thoughts are going around this thing, you know, when I see videos or when I look at photos, it's really, really hard to swallow and to really be like, there is, my whole throat is going hard and hurtful, and yeah. You know, when I did these videos, I was really loving to look at the cat. It wasn't just me doing some kind of a video project. I loved being together with the cat, seeing what he's gonna do next and stuff. So by now you should know. But then I didn't have enough mother qualities to actually take action when it was needed, like to really save the cat early on. Yeah. Yeah.